Hi everybody, it's Lisa with Junk Journal Gems, and I'm back to keep working on our puzzle pieces. If you remember from the last time we were together, I just took some pieces of puzzle that I got from a thrift store and I used my Mod Podge on one side to adhere the old dictionary page to that side of the puzzle piece. So here's just, I'm ripping it off and slapping it down and then applying the Mod Podge over the top of that. The last time that we talked, I was using this emery board, which I've since worn out, but I had said that I was going to go get some other emery boards that I had. Well, I found my other emery boards and I just wanted to pass along a tip. The first one that I was using was just slightly bigger. This is one by Revlon. And these that I'm using now are just super cheap emery boards. I've had them for quite a long time. I have no idea where I got them from. I would just, if the Dollar Tree or something has some cheap ones, get the smallest ones that you can find. Don't use a big emery board because obviously you're going to have trouble getting into all the little grooves of the puzzle piece. And then all I do, you don't want to grind on it too much or you'll start tearing apart. Sorry about the noise. Or you'll start tearing apart your layers of the puzzle piece. And you don't want to do that. If you do, it's no big deal. You can just use your art glitter glue to start gluing the layers back down. I did have to do that with a couple of pieces where I must have gotten it just a little too, must have gotten, oh here, I did it. So just on time. So the puzzle pieces are made in layers of paper and they can start coming apart either with the moisture from the Mod Podge or when you're sanding it, and it's okay, just glue it back down with your art glitter glue and it will be just fine. I'm trying to put the needle back in my art glitter glue. Okay, so here I've got a little piece coming up. I'm gonna have to go back with that. Let's just go around the whole thing and then go back with the art glitter glue. Otherwise I'm gonna obsess about it. But when you've got these little grooves here, I hope I haven't been, look at, where am I? I hope I haven't been off camera on you, but let's see if I can show you. Right in here, see that little piece? That's what I'm going to be sanding off. All right. And I've been using the coarser side of the emery board. It just seems to work a little better. You don't have to go back and forth on the piece quite as much. So this one just has one more little, there, I took it right off. So there's that one. Here's another one. Actually, I shouldn't toss that one on the pile because I need to glue the other side. We'll do one more here. And I try to just bring it down right against that. You don't want to go across it too much or you're going to take off all of the pretty paper that you just Mod Podged on your puzzle piece. I used dictionary page, but there are so many other things that you can use for this. You can use tissue paper. You can use decoupage paper. You can use all sorts of book paper. You can use napkins. So you can just try all sorts of things. Basically, I would think almost any kind of paper would work. I thought I had some origami paper and I was considering trying that, but it's got kind of a slick surface, almost like a vellum. So I was a little more reluctant to try that. Okay, so you get the gist of how I get the paper off. I'm gonna move the light over. I know that you're seeing some shadows here. And I don't know what to do about that. While I was off camera, so you didn't have to watch me glue again, I did go ahead and Mod Podge more dictionary page on the back side of the piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the pieces that have dictionary page on both sides, and I'm going to just play with those. And I'm going to set these other ones aside to finish off camera. Pardon me, I've had a frog in my throat all day. So here's our pieces. And then what I thought that we would do is I had one idea around the edges. And now I'm going to pick and poke and be fussy about this. Ugh. Okay, around the edges, I love this metallic wax stuff. This is from Little Birdie Crafts. And the color of this metallic wax, it's a beeswax formulation, is antique gold. And I love the color and the effect of this. So because you can see the cardboard of the puzzle piece along the edge, I thought I would put this so it looks aged, and then you don't see the cardboard. Now I have small fingers, so if you find that your little grooves in your puzzle piece are hard for your fingers to get into, which on some of these I would assume I will find, maybe what we can try is either a paintbrush or a Q-tip. And I'm not being overly careful about this because when we decorate this even more, you won't readily see how perfect this is. And I like that already. It gives it a cool aged look, almost as though you inked the edges, which I'm going to try that too. We're playing together. I've not tried to do this part yet. Okay, so that's that part. Let's try another one. And then we'll ink. I'm sorry, why am I moving so slow? I couldn't wait to get to my craft desk. My husband went with my son to go do some, I guess it would be target shooting with their bows. And that means, and the dogs have all been walked, so that means I get to play in my playroom. And yep, my fingers are getting a little messy, but that's okay. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Cool. Okay, so we tried that. Let me wipe my hands off. There, I feel clean. I feel better. So next, I wanted to try, I'm gonna try my liquid pearls. So let's do that. This one may be a crazy idea, but I want to try it. Start out with just as little out of the thing as you can, because you can always put more on. You can't easily take it off. I don't know, some of you wouldn't have to do this. I just thought it would make it look a little more finished. Basically, seeing the cardboard parts was bothering me. So there's always a way to come up with something. Then I'll have to let this dry for a while. The metallic wax dries super quickly, but the liquid pearls will take a little while. I always get impatient and then move my projects too early when I use stickles or liquid pearls and then end up smudging. It's my own fault. One of these days, I just gotta learn to be patient. So hard though. So hard. So have you been following the Olympics? Seems weird. I kind of feel for the athletes. I mean, I totally get why they can't have fans there and spectators, but I kind of feel for them not having that hoopla, because I know my son is a wrestler. When they were wrestling through COVID and we were able to watch them online, you could see the difference between them, their performance when they, or at least for my son. It wasn't true of all the kids, so it differs from person to person, but you could definitely see a difference in his performance when they couldn't have spectators versus when we were allowed to go and watch them again. There, that's kind of cool. Okay, we'll let that dry. And I'm not going to put you through watching me do that with another one, but let's try something else. I'm all about trying new things today, and I think that will dry and look really nice. So let's next try inking. Now we can do, let's see, maybe I want to try different colors. Maybe Rusty Hinge, our usual. What else? Let's just start with that. Let's see how I'm feeling about it. Because I've got some other fun goodies that we can use. I'm looking for my sponge for my Rusty Hinge. Sorry if this is right in your face then. All right, let's try one. This is just standard operation with the vintage photo on this one. Can't imagine we wouldn't like that. We use it on everything else. But I tell you what, it is a little hard. You got to kind of dig down in there to get it to go on that cardboard. It's like, maybe because of the Mod Podge, it's not a fan about staying on there, kind of getting in the grooves. I hope you can see this okay. If I've been off camera, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find like the best way to film for all of you, and I don't know that I found it yet. But yeah, again, here I am again. Getting in the, I guess it is accepting it, but this is really hard to, I'm sorry if you can hear smacking in the background. One of the dogs is chewing on a bully stick, and she must really be enjoying it because she's making all sorts of noise. Must be a good bully stick. Okay. I like how it grunges it up. That's cool. Okay. There's that one. There's our metallic ones. Let's try one with the rusty hinge. I'm gonna use this one. You know what? I feel like I need to shave him up a little more. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so embarrassed if you guys can hear her in the background. I thought her having the bully stick while I was doing this would be a good idea because she'd be busy, not thinking about her enjoyment of the bully. Well, that's a little messier. It's the sponge that isn't the best, but once we decorate it, you can't see it anyway, so that's totally fine. I prefer the look of the vintage photo, but the rusty hinge is fine. But I have some other colors. I kind of wanted to try mustard seed. Let's try this one. Whoops. Oh, actually, I forgot I had. Food for thought. Okay, let's try mustard seed. It'll be good in a springy, summery journal. And actually, sometimes I like to, maybe we'll do this on the rusty hinge one. Sometimes I like to combine the rusty hinge ink with mustard seed. It gives kind of a cool effect, so I'm going to try that. And no, I'm not worried about contaminating my sponge. Yeah, see? They're just kind of neat. Gives it a little more dimension, I guess. There, that looks really aged. Cool. All right, so that's that one. I want to try one more color. And that will be black. The ink that I have here is a VersaFine ink. But yeah, you could do this endlessly and use different papers and get different looks and different effects. All right, that's pretty good for us to play with for now and start decorating. Let me get these out of our way. Where I keep my inks and things is just, you can get these boxes come with a stand or not a stand, like a little sliding drawer thing at IKEA. And they're over by where the baskets and things are that go in the calyx system. But I have 2 of these and I love them. I actually have, right now they're still the natural color that they come in when you get them, but I have some stain and some different pulls to redo them, and I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet, but talking about it just kind of reminded me. All right, so we have these pieces here to play with and decorate. So let's do, my goodness, I have a mess here from when I was using the emery board with them. Okay. So what I was thinking is that we can use different kinds of laces and things and then put a variety of stuff on top. I've got buttons out. I've got feathers These are just craft feathers that you get at your craft store. Sometimes I like to layer with feathers behind things. And then these are a variety of different kinds of cloth flowers, from tatted flowers to these little crocheted flowers are fun. There's other appliques, all kinds of stuff in here. That'd be fun too. So we got stuff to play with. I'm not a fan of ruffled lace, and I like to use my ruffled laces for projects like this because I can just snip off a piece and I don't care. That's quite fine. Oops, almost lost the pin. So in contrast, oh, I think that would go cute on there. Just put that little piece of lace, and then what do I want? Let's try a little feather. So maybe, I always have to be careful because not all the feathers are in the package. And sometimes when I open this, all of a sudden I'm finding feathers around for days. Now some of these will come out and be pretty big. So what I often do is I just snip off little pieces that I want. I kind of like the idea of this. And these are just some feathers that I had. I have a Maltese, and I used to keep her you know what, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. I used to keep the hair on the top of her head in a top knot. But since we moved, I just don't have the time to groom her in long hair and keep her in top knots. So I'm not doing it now, but I used to make a lot of the barrettes and bows and things that I had. Oh, I wanted to put this under there. Talking and crafting doesn't always work. There. And then, if it doesn't stick to my fingers, ugh, craft hazard. I'm gonna glue this down a little. I think we can put a button on top. See if we can find an interesting one. Of all the buttons I have, we should be able to find something that works, right? So let's see what we can find. My goodness, there's purple ones in here that should go. I thought I had another container for purple buttons, but maybe not. That one's a meh. Let's see, what else? All right, kind of like that. And then you kind of want to think too ahead about where are you going to put your hole to be able to attach it to your journal. So what I was just doing was kind of looking to see where that would be and then where I should put the button in relation to that. So that's why I'm moving it over to the side, because then I'll have room over here to do that. And it was already kind of sticking on there. Way to be a team player. There we go. There we have that one. I'm just going to set that aside to dry. That cutie. Let's try this one. What do I want to use for that? First, let me take an inventory of all the flowers I have in here. Okay. I think it might be fun. Is that? Ooh, I like that. I kind of forgot about these for a while. I was using them for quite frequently for a bit, and then I started being like, oh, I'm going to use them all up, and then I won't have any. Like I can't get more. Well, that's super cute. See, it doesn't take much. But I am feeling like I need a third element on that one. Let's just see here. I'm wondering about just tacking on a little piece of scrap, and this piece of Tim Holtz tissue is winking at me. So and the reason why it's winking is because of that green on here. I just want a little flavor of it. Attaching it down there so it's not flying away, but it just gives another layer and a little other pop of color. Get our lace on there. Maybe I'll just glue it directly on the lace. That was easier. Now, me and telling on crochet what is front and what is back. I don't know. How do you know? Someone's going to have to tell me one of these days how I tell the difference in crochet, because I struggle. Sometimes it's obvious, others not. There. Why do I try to do anything left-handed? Oh, that's cute. Okay, let's try another. Let's do this one. And what do I want to do on that one? I also pulled, my husband and I stopped at the Dollar Tree last night, and I think my husband thought I was bonkers. I found these stickers, and I had already been using these in my prom dress journal. And then I just glue them down. You know, I just don't trust the sticker part of them. I always glue them, but they had some in nice colors. Pink, teal, regular pearl, but these I love because they're a kind of antique look. And if you want some bling, those are fun. That's fun. You can cut off as much as you want. And there's a pearl one too. So I got these out thinking on this project, that might be kind of fun. So I was looking at this one. That might be fun on here. This one has the metallic, actually. Let's do that. We'll do that, and again, I want a little piece of lace from this. Do I want this one or the other one? I think I want this one. Sometimes it's just fun to do a project, to kind of mass make some things, to be ready when you're making journals and just not have to think too much about it and just play and do some trial and error, see what works, what you like. If it doesn't work, so what? Don't do it again. we got stringies. Okay. Let's try. I don't think I want to do a feather on this one. Just want to keep this simple. Okay, that is the thing you got to be careful about, is pulling the little ones off and just grabbing the glue part on the portion that you do want. So I'm hoping you can see this. I'm kind of probably doing this off camera. Here we go. Ooh, it was sticking good to my finger. That's cute. It wants to stay with me. That is really cute. Just enough to add a little zing. But you get the gist of this. Just play around. Have fun. Let's try another one of these metallic gold ones. And I saw something in my paper flowers. I probably buried it. Ah, what are you? Here, that's cute. Not exactly what I had in mind, though. No. What I'm trying to do. Oh, that'll be cute. Ooh. Fun. So with this one, let's go with just a little pinch of lace. And that is all I really mean. I mean, just a little. And then we'll put that floral piece on. So let's do that first before I get all carried away. Sticking to me again. There we go. Oh, goodness. All right, and then let's try these. I have so much glue on my fingers. Okay. I want to do like a cluster of 3 of these. Okay, doing it that way will not work. All right, so I just take one of these little flat backs. You could even glue these if you weren't worried about bulk in your journal, or on a, if you're doing a folio or an ephemera little folio that you're going to mail in Happy Mail. You could do something like this if you weren't worried about the bulk and glue it directly to the page. With these, I wanted to use the Crop-A-Dile, and oh my God, that's cute. Okay. So I'm going to shut the camera off for a second and get my Crop-A-Dile, and then we can go ahead and punch holes in these. So stay tuned, hold that thought, we'll be right back. All right, here is my Crop-A-Dile, and here are my eyelets and washers. And I was just looking on here to see if it told me the size. And you'd think it would, right? These are from We Are Memory Keepers, and I must have gotten, I don't know where I got these, to be honest. It's got like, must have been like Tuesday morning or something, because it's got that comparative price sticker thing on it. Whatever. So I might have to do a little trial and error here to see how big it is. I have hope you couldn't just hear my stomach. I haven't had supper yet. I was so excited to get in here and play since I had alone time that I haven't eaten. Because what's more important, eating or crafting? I mean, really, no contest, right? I really thought it would tell me the measurements. Okay, let it go, Lise. All right, I've kind of forgotten how to do this, so this may be interesting. So I'm going to do it on this one first. And this is the one where's the camera? We've got the piece, little lace, the feather, and the button. So right in here is where I'm going to try punching it. But let's see here, because I'm not so sure. How I do this. What size is this going to be? Pretty sure it's going to be this size. Okay, then just do it, Lisa. Okay. Here goes nothing. Are you kind of nervous? Because I am. Or do I want to put it? Nah, it might mash it. I don't want to mash it. Okay, keep your fingers crossed. I always have to stand up to do this. There's my hole punched. Okay. So then we'll put this here and then grab a washer. If I do this right? Am I doing this right? Pretty sure I am. Come on. It's hard to grab onto these little buggers. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, duh. I think I got it. I squished it. Oh, and it worked. Yes. Score. So there's a little hole, and now we can hang it from the journal. Cool. Let's do it again. Okay. This one, and this was the 3/16 size. I don't know. Some people seem to like the handheld Crop-A-Diles. Now this one I did in the end of it, and it didn't smush it, so that worked out okay. Oop. What happened? What happened? Please tell me. There. Oh, it's not smushed quite enough. See, I didn't do it standing up, and I really do need to. There we go. All right, that's that one. Here, I'll show that one up more closely. There's that one. Cutie cute. Let's do this little sweetie. You know what? I'm just going to punch the holes in both of these right away. That would be the smart thing to do, right? Wonder if I dare. No, not on that one. Okay. And then you put the, I guess this part is the eyelet, or yeah, the eyelet, and then you put the washer on the back over that. And then you slide this forward. Read the directions on your Crop-A-Dile. It's so hard to explain. And then I keep my directions handy because no matter how often I do this, I seem to be always referencing it again. So there it is. I really like these. This is fun. I wonder if this would be better if I did this, because I didn't read my directions. Do as I say now, not as I do. Is that the phrase? Oh, that fell. Oh, no. It was better what I had before. If at first you don't succeed, try again, as I shall. I might have ruined this one. You know what? I'm not even going to jinx it or push my luck. Well, maybe I'll be okay. I don't think so, though. No, I can't get it out. And this is the one I like so much. Well, shoot. Let's see if I can get it if I try again. Oh. There's a washer somewhere in my craft room. I don't know where it went. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. It just shot off of there. Oh. Here we go. No, this just does not want to accept the washer. All right, so let's get the Crop-A-Dile out of the way. I wonder if it had to do with the fact that I had these pearls right here. Maybe they were in the way. I don't know. So here's this puzzle piece to use as a dangly charm. Here's this one, and this one. And I'll show you what you can do on your page. Okay, so here's my prom dress journal, and I'll just show you. I grabbed this one because it's got all the lace along the sides. In fact, since I have it out, I'll show you. Now watch, I won't be able to find what I want to show you. Here's where I use some of that extra bling. This thing is going to be so blinged out by the time I'm done, but that's how I wanted it. All right, so here I have some bulb pins. This is one idea. You can take a pin and a puzzle piece, hang it on the bulb so it's hanging like that. Or actually, I think I like it the other way. And then you can hang it on the lace like this, so that when it's on your journal, it hangs down like a charm. The other thing that you can do, and I don't think I can quite show show you. Yeah, I trimmed the strings off short in this particular journal, but if what you could do when you're making your journal is to leave the strings and as you sew in your signature, leave them longer, and then you can tie on one of these charms at the bottom. If you don't have bulb pins, another option is a paper clip, or you can also use, I don't know what these kinds of pins are called. I think I got mine, I think these are Tim Holtz ones, but you can put them on these. The problem with these though is they don't lay flat, so you might want to put them on something where it would hang like this. So that's another idea. But that is making some puzzle piece charms, and this is just the start of it, and there's 101 different ways that you'd be able to do this. And here's our liquid pearls on the edge. You can put that kind of thing on the edge. You can use the ink. You can use the wax. I think if I were going to pick a favorite, it's either the wax or just your regular vintage photo on this particular kind of paper. But of course, your choice for what you want to put around the edge may differ depending upon the paper that you've chosen as well. Go ahead and get some craft feathers and play with those. That's something a little different. But enjoy, have fun. I thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel. Add your comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and enjoy the rest of your day.